My name is Roland Eva, and in this video series I'm going to share with you how to turn strangers into customers on demand using a simple three-step system. A system that I call Consistent Profits Pyramid. With this system, you can make money on demand without a sales team. You can relax with the security of knowing where your next sale is coming from, and you can say goodbye to the days of feast and famine income. So what is this simple system and how can you use it in your business? Well, as I mentioned, there are just 3 steps to this system. So step 1 is to find and clone your ideal customer. Step 2 is to earn their trust. And step 3 is to make them feel good about buying. So this is the 3rd video in this series. So in the first video, I shared with you how to find and clone your ideal customer. So if you haven't seen that, then you can do that by clicking one of the links above this video. The second step is to earn their trust. And again, if you haven't done that, you can see it right now by clicking one of the links above. So in that second video, I also shared with you how to create a competitive advantage that no one can steal. So in the 3rd video, in today's video, this is where we're going to learn how the rubber meets the road. How can you actually take these hot leads that you found and make them feel good about buying? How can you actually turn strangers into customers on demand? Because let's face it, that's what allows you to grow your business. That's what allows you to build your dream business, a business that gives you the income and lifestyle that you want. So I'm going to share with you how to do that today using a very, very powerful tool. And that tool is called an irresistible offer, or I call it an irresistible offer. So there are 5 steps to create your own irresistible offer. So the first is value greater than price. The second is bonus. The third is a guarantee. The 4th is deadline, and the 5th is stakes. So what do those things mean, and how can you use them to create your own irresistible offer? So the first is value greater than price. Why do I keep thinking income? Value greater than price. So let me give you an ancient example to illustrate this point, and then we'll talk about different ways in which you can give value far, far greater than price. So this is the foundation of an irresistible offer. So what I'm not talking about is a 10% discount. Because let's face it, a 10% discount is a take it or leave it price. Whereas if you've got a 90% discount, it's like, yeah, I want that, I want it now. So here's an ancient example to illustrate the point. So, before iTunes completely changed the music industry, there were these things called CDs. You might remember them. Hey, maybe you've even got some lying around. And how much did CDs cost? They cost anywhere from £10 to £16. So how much would 10 CDs cost? £100 to £160. So an outrageous offer would be 10 CDs for £10. I'm sure you would agree that that would make you move. That would make you buy. And hey, guess what? You don't even need to like all of the CDs in that 10 CD stack. You're like, well, I know I like 5 of them. I'm interested to see what the other 5 are. And even if I throw them in the bin, I'm still quids in because I'm getting 10 for the price of 1. Now, in your business, here's the big question. Can you still make money with an offer like that? Well, I don't work in the music industry, so I don't know what their margins are. I don't know if that's actually possible. But I know that you can do that with consulting and with training and mentorship. Yeah, I'm sure you can do that if you're selling software. But again, I'm not in that world enough to be able to tell you that you can. I certainly don't know your business and the margins that you have. But let me explain how you can do that with selling information. So let's just talk about the information that I like to help people with, which is how to turn strangers into customers on demand, how to grow their business, how to build their dream business. So where else could you learn this information? Well, I studied with the Chartered Institute of Marketing. I did 2 of their courses at a cost of £6,000 in 2 years of my life. So guess what? Can I make the information that can I make my products and services seem really cheap in comparison? Yeah, I can. I can say, hey, look, I've packaged everything that I've learned in the last 10 years into a 4-day workshop, and you can get it for just £3,000. That's half of what you'd spend with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, where you won't even learn these secrets. Plus, it won't take you 2 years of your life. It'll take you 4 days. Yeah? Save 50% of an investment, plus save 2 years of your life. Well, that's a pretty good return on investment. What about if you talked about going to university? So yeah, you could go to university, you could do a business degree, or I'm sure they have entrepreneurship degrees now. How much does university cost? £9,000 a year. I know some courses are more than that. So let's just say £10,000 a year. So it costs £30,000, and it takes 3 years of your life. So rather than spending £30,000, plus living expenses, so that's easily £40,000 or £50,000, but let's just keep the numbers conservative. £30,000, 3 years of your life, versus a course that costs £3,000. Yeah? There's your 90% saving. And you're saving time as well as money. You can talk about MBAs, and again, the numbers are huge. Yeah? Now, I know that it's not a direct comparison because that's traditional education, this is street smarts education, but what do you want? Do you want a piece of paper that says, you got a degree in entrepreneurship, that must mean you're an entrepreneur, right? Or do you want a business, do you want to build your dream business? Because if you want to build your dream business, then I would say that street smarts education is the way to go. That's certainly what worked in my learning journey. But what about consulting? How can you, sell gold at a discount, as I call it? How can you show that regardless of your fee, you are giving the client value far in excess of the price that you're asking? Well, it's very simple. What will your services do? Yeah? i.e., are you going to do something that's going to make the client money? If so, you can say, I'm going to charge you £10,000 and you're going to get £100,000 back. Or I'm going to charge you 100 grand and I'm going to make you $1 million. Well, if I just said to you, I'll work in your business, it's going to cost you 100 grand, you might be like, sounds like a lot of money. But as soon as I say, and I'm going to make you $1 million, you'll be like, great, where do I sign? Yeah? Who doesn't want a 10x return on their investment? Everybody does. Yeah? So once you can quantify, I'm going to do this and you're going to get that, then people can easily see, all right, yeah, I'm getting much more value than I'm being charged in price. So that is the first step in creating an irresistible offer. So step 2 is bonus. So how do you make your offer better than free? Well, what you do is you throw in a bonus that your ideal customer would happily pay for. So it has to be something that they genuinely want, and it has to be something that relates to your product or service. So it can't just be any old thing. Yeah? Or let me rephrase that. It can be any old thing, but it will not drive sales unless it's something that they want and unless it's something that's related to your product. So let's just say you've got a product or a course, yeah, an information product. But it could be some software, anything. So let's just say you've got a software product. You're selling software. What would be a great bonus? Here's a training course showing you how to use my software, how to get the most out of the software. Because guess what? People pay a lot of money to learn how to use the software, whether that's in books, whether it's in workshops. So you go, buy the software, I'm going to give you this online course that shows you how to get the most out of the software. You can get it, I normally charge £2,000 for it, you can get it for free. Why would they say no? It's like, great, I'm already getting value in excess of price, and I'm saving £2,000 on this other product that I would want to buy. I would need to buy. So that's how you make your offer better than free. So think of, bonuses that you can throw in. Think of ways in which the bonus helps the customer get results faster. Yeah? One of the bonuses that I love to throw in is mentorship, because I want people to confidently use these secrets. And I know how hard it is to use some information for the first time. I always think of it as learning to ride a bike. You're like super excited. You want to try this thing out, but of course, you're absolutely terrified that you're going to fall and hurt yourself. What does a mentor make? What difference does a mentor make? A mentor is someone running with you while you're on the bike, standing behind you, making sure you don't fall. That's the difference. A mentor means that you can enjoy the process of using these new skills that you've learned. So that's a bonus, and how you can use a bonus to make your offer better than free. And of course, it just makes your irresistible offer that much more irresistible. So the third is a guarantee. So guess what? You've found your ideal customer. You've earned their trust. They understand who you are, how you can help them, why they should believe you. They understand what you have to offer, and they can see that you're offering much, much greater value than you're asking in price. But the price you're still asking for is a large sum of money. So they're like, I don't know. I believe him, but I'm worried. So then you throw in a money-back guarantee. Yeah, the money-back guarantee could be as outrageous as, if you don't like this for any reason, let me know and I'll give you all your money back. Great. Or it could be, you could put some conditions in it. So you actually need to, have watched at least 2 of the 6 modules and have sent me the, and have completed the exercises and sent them to me for feedback. And if at that point you still don't think it can help you, then I'll give you all your money back. But what does a money-back guarantee do? It pushes people off the fence. It knocks them off the fence. So they like the idea, they know that they can trust you, they know that they need your help, they're willing to pay for it, they're just, they're 99% of the way there. And the money-back guarantee is that 1% that just says, you know what, I've absolutely got to get it right now. So those are the first 3 things. So the first is value greater than price, the second is bonus, the third is a guarantee. So step 4 is a deadline. So why do you need a deadline? You need a deadline because most of the time, if you have a solution for somebody and they go, yep, I like it, I know I need it, yep, value greater than price, yep, I'm happy. What do? They go, I'll think about it. And they might think about it until tomorrow, or they might think about it until someday. And as you know, someday is not a day of the week. So they think about it and do nothing. What a deadline does is it forces them to make a decision. So it forces them to say, I want it or I don't want it. If they don't want it, that's okay. Yeah? Your job is to make them feel good about buying. So you don't want the deadline to, they buy but they don't feel good about it. You want the deadline to just force them to make a decision. Now, the more you can wrap a story around your deadline, the more they will see it in their mind and the more powerful it will be. So an example is, it's my 41st birthday, and today only, the first 41 people that buy get my flagship product at half price, or they get my flagship product at 90% off, whatever it is. The point is that everybody understands what the offer is, the scarcity around that offer, the reason why there's that scarcity, and the reason why the offer disappears at midnight. They know why it's only for one day. And because they can see all of those things in their mind, it's like, okay, great. I need to make a decision right now. What is it? Yeah? And if they like it, don't like it, great. It forces them to make a decision then. But of course, you only have a birthday once a year. So what are you going to do for the other 364 days? What else can you do? Well, you can just say, this offer disappears at Sunday at midnight. It's the end of the week. Everybody understands, hey, it's the end of the week. That's when it disappears. Midnight, great, I get it. Forces them to make a decision before that day. And that's all it does. So now let's move on to step 5, which is stakes. So let's just recap. So step 1 is value greater than price. 2 is bonus. 3 is a guarantee. 4 is a deadline. 5 is stakes. So what are stakes? Stakes is when you answer the question, what happens if you do nothing? So if they say, I like it, I'm happy with the guarantee, but let me think about it, and then the deadline passes, what difference does that make in their life? Well, if there's no difference, then the deadline has no teeth. I can buy it today, I can buy it tomorrow. Okay, no problem. I'll put that decision off until someday. If you're going to buy it after the deadline, or you can buy it after the deadline, but it costs you 90% more for the same information and the bonuses disappear, oh, guess what? Self-interest kicks in and forces people to make a decision before the deadline. So stakes tell people what happens if they do nothing. Now, the higher the stakes, the more it focuses their attention on, I've got to make a decision now. So let's just say the stakes are, you cannot buy this for another 12 months. Oh, again, it forces people to say, do I really want this right now? Now, they might be saying, I'm not ready, I'm happy to wait 12 months. No problem, yeah? This is to make people feel good about buying. This is to make people that want to work with you right now say, yeah, I need his help, I understand the offer, I absolutely trust this guy, yeah, let's go ahead with it. It makes them feel good about buying, and it forces them to make a decision now. That's all, yeah? And you're helping them by getting them to make a decision now. So the deadline and the stakes help them on their journey, because otherwise they'll put it off until someday, and someday is not a day of the week. So I hope you can see how you can craft your own irresistible offer. There's just 5 steps to it, and all you need to do is write a sentence or paragraph for each of those steps. Now, don't let yourself off the hook. If you can't immediately think of something, then that's okay. Just work through it until you do. Don't just say, I can't see it, that's it, I'm not going to use it. No, you want to craft an irresistible offer. You want to make people feel good about buying. You need to have all of those 5 steps in place, because when you do, you've got a powerful tool that makes people feel good about buying. So there you have it. You've seen how to use my simple 3-step system to turn strangers into customers. So that's the consistent profits pyramid. As I said, when you use this system, you can make money on demand without a sales team. You can, say goodbye to the days of feast and famine income, and you can relax with the security of knowing where your next sale is coming from. The big question, or the big challenge that you have, is to make time to do this. Because I don't want this to be shelf help. I certainly don't want this to be an entertainment. I want you to use these secrets to build your dream business, a business that gives you the income and lifestyle that you want. So, if you want some help using this system, then reach out to me, yeah? I'm going to be inviting you to an online training in just a few days where I'm going to reveal more ways in which you can use this system to grow your business. So I hope that you'll join me on that online training in just a few days' time. And until then, carpe diem.